नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने 1200 करोड़ रुपए की टॉफी विजय माल्या के मुंह में डाली है। नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने 1200 करोड़ रुपए की टॉफी विजय माल्या के मुंह में डाली है।
If they do get into difficulties, we have to find ways and means to help them to get out of the process.
The former Congress government led by Manmohan Singh is once again facing turbulence for helping absconding liquor baron Vijay Mallya. India Today has accessed exclusive documents that expose how Mallya's ailing Kingfisher Airlines flew on the UPA's wings. We are about to reveal how a top UPA-era bureaucrat, Amitabh Verma, acted as a bridge between Mallya and the UPA government to secure loans from banks. First, a damning email written by Vijay Mallya to his former chief financial officer in February 2009. Ravi Nedungadi says that the government has assured full support to Kingfisher Airlines and a meeting with the banking secretary and State Bank of India and Punjab National Bank chiefs will be convened in February. The second email written by Mallya reveals how he sought an immediate appointment with the finance minister about several banks who gave his company short-term loans. In his third email, Vijay Mallya boasts about spending time with bureaucrat Amitabh Verma and claiming that all public sector banks have approved a financial package for Kingfisher. He also says that a similar thing has been done before. Mallya's fourth email to his chief financial officer reflects a sense of frustration. The email says that despite a call from the finance minister, the UCO Bank has refused to play ball. Let's now show you the fifth email, where Mallya says that Amitabh Verma, who is the joint banking secretary, brought with him Oriental Bank of Commerce Executive Director Ratnakar Hegde and said that the bank has been asked to give 200 crore rupees to Kingfisher Airlines. The emails also link Mallya to then Finance Minister P. Chidambaram. In a letter in March 2013, Mallya seeks the Finance Minister's intervention in securing a loan from the State Bank of India. The bank had already refused the UB Group any more loans. The intervention seems to have worked, because a day later, on the 22nd of March, Mallya emailed the UB Group's president informing him that the State Bank of India had finally approved a fresh infusion of funds into the embattled company. The Congress of helping Mallya escape trouble. These damning allegations prove how Vijay Mallya repeatedly sought undue favours from the UPA's finance ministers. He made false promises to banks to repay debt, and when he finally got the money, he diverted that money into his own accounts. The big question that the UPA needs to answer: did its finance ministers pressurize bankers to bail out Vijay Mallya?